Hey, how's it going on out there today, world? Donta Holliman here again, shooting another video for you guys. And I have something very special for you guys today. Now, a lot of the times, people don't succeed online because they really don't have an outline to follow, or a 90-day plan, or even a daily action plan. So today, I decided to put something together for you guys to give you a little bit of a daily action plan, something to follow, something that will really help you brand yourself in this industry. And if you didn't know it, or if anyone didn't tell you, branding yourself is the most important thing you can do, because people don't join businesses, they join you. So keep that in mind, people. So if you want to just take out a piece of paper, take some notes, and I'm gonna share my daily action plan with you. So the first thing I do is I want to gain momentum and motivation and be inspired to take on my day. So the very first thing that I usually do is I get on what's called a motivational call. You can look up in the left corner of the screen right now, and that's the number you can get on people. You don't necessarily have to be on our team, but it'd probably be a good idea to get on our team because we'll teach you a whole bunch of different things that will help you in your business. So this motivational call is for anybody who is struggling or anybody who just need extra inspiration in their business. So that's the first thing I do. I get on this motivational call, and it hypes me up and get me ready for the day. The next thing I do is I pick a nice topic, something that has value, something that can help people out in their business, and no matter what it is that they're promoting, I still give them, some type of value so it can help them get better with their, marketing. So after I come up with a nice topic, I shoot a video about it, and I usually try to keep my videos anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes. Sometime I might shoot something a little shorter, about 2 or 3 minutes. But either way, I usually always show, value. Just take a look at this video now. I'm giving value. I'm giving you a daily action plan. Most people don't do that, but I do. So that's why I'm shooting this video right now. The next thing I do is I take that video and I embed it on my blog post, because now I'm going to write a blog about the video I shot, and I'm gonna also include the video too. And that's very powerful, people, because it's like adding an extra backlink. If you don't know anything about backlinks, don't worry about it. Join our team, we'll teach you all about that. After I do my blog post and insert my video, I share my new blog post in our secret Facebook groups. Okay, we have two different groups that we share our content and videos with. And what that does is it gets everybody in the group to interact with each other, and we give each other likes. Keeping our pages going back up to the top. It lets Facebook know that people are interested in what you're doing. And, you're getting comments. But what we do is we help each other out with that. So that's a good strategy you might want to use. After I do that, I do 5 more blogs. Now this is powerful right here. I really don't share this secret with a lot of people all the time, but those who usually end up on my team, I share with them, and a lot of people haven't even heard of this. But after I do 5 more blogs, I then share all 6 of my blogs. I usually do about 6 blogs a day, and I share it on my secret blogging platform. Now, this platform includes an automatic ping service, and you can also share your content to 1.4 million people per day. People, that is powerful. And just from the click of a button on the same platform, you can also share your content to 80 plus social sites at one time, just from one click of a button. Powerful, powerful, people. After I do that, I usually would read something that will, inspire me for 30 minutes. Just the example, Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich. If you haven't read that or heard it, you can buy it, or you can actually go on YouTube and listen to it. People, listen to it, take notes, and follow what they're talking about, because it's very powerful. So after I read, I continue to read, but now I'm reading emails that come to my email address. Now, you might be wondering, why would a person want to read emails? Have you ever noticed that when you go in your email, certain emails jump out at you? A lot of them you scroll over, you might not even read, but it's the ones that jump out at you that make you click on them. You might want to study that, because the ones that jump out at you is because the person who sent you that email has great copywriting skills. So I read emails, for about 30 more minutes, just to sharpen my copywriting skills. Because, copywriting is anything. You can have the greatest product in the world, but if you can't get people to open your emails, what's the point? So that's another secret strategy you need to know. After I get done doing that, I usually would train on something that I'm not great at yet, and take notes so I can learn, new strategies and stuff. You always want to, I would suggest you take like one or two things first and go ahead and make sure you're doing them, on a consistent basis, getting good at it, and then start learning new things and new strategies too. But always train and learn. You can never stop learning. Things always change online. You want to stay in the loop so you know what's going on, and then it make you a better marketer. After I do that, I'll share my blog posts from my WordPress. Since that's my own personal blog, I share that in at least 30 different Facebook groups, you know, and this is something I do every day. It brings you in pretty nice amount of leads, if you do it right, but like I said, on our team we'll teach you how to do things the right way, and then what I do is I send out an email to my list, and I'm giving value of some sort. So more than likely, I'm sending an email to my list more than likely about the blog post that I just did. Your autoresponder should already be set up to try to close the sale. And my strategy is, I don't have my autoresponder set up to send out a message every single day. I have mine set up to send out messages every 2 days. So on the in between days, that's when I send something of value. That's when I send them a blog post where they can learn something from me. This builds trust with people. They're like, okay, well, this guy, he knows what he's doing. He don't care about just selling and making money. He actually want to help me, and that's the whole idea of sending value to your list as well. You don't always be, trying to sell. You let your autoresponder do that. But in the meantime, send something of value. After I do that, I try to connect with at least 20 people per day about my business. First I would ask them, have they ever heard of what I'm promoting? And if they say yeah, I keep the relationship open, and I ask them what they're promoting, and I usually ask them to send me a link, because now this strategy is real powerful. You want them to send you a link because you want to see where they're at, and they will show you pretty much if they're a newbie or not. Because if they send you a link and it goes straight to their sales page, more than likely they're a newbie, or they don't really know what they're doing as of yet. So that's perfect, because now you can tell them that you can offer them certain tools to take their business to the next level. So you're not really competing with them. You want to help them, and people like to be helped. And then after I do that, I basically I get ready for tomorrow's action plan. I write it down on paper, what I'm gonna be doing tomorrow, and I follow it. And the last thing after that, depending on the time of night or day it is, I'll probably go ahead and just post some free classified ads like Craigslist, Hercules, US free ads, places like that, and I just fool around with that for the rest of the day, and that's what I do every day, people, So I hope that was valuable for you. Go ahead and click the link below to join our team so you can get on your way to success in your business. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put all of these steps in the description if you can't see them all right here on the screen. So go ahead and write those down. And now you have a daily action plan, people. So, Donta Holliman here again, signing off, and I'll see you guys at the top. You heard?